Hey guys, welcome back, and I'm here to talk to you about AI and whether it can replace us as reptile keepers or not. So this is Gertie. She is a GHI het clown ball python, and she is just absolutely gorgeous, and we love her here. But can we have AI take care of Gertie? So first of all, we need to understand what AI is. And for the purposes of today's video, we're going to be using Google's AI programming called Gemini. Let's start by asking Gemini what it is. What is Gemini? Loading.
I'm Gemini, the best way to directly access Google AI. I'm trained on large amounts of publicly available data, and I can communicate and generate human-like text in response to a wide range of questions.
Hey guys, quick break here. I wanted to show you some of the hatchlings we have left. There's only 4 2023 hatchlings left. All of them are double het, clown and pied, and they are going at a great price for you to get in on a double recessive combination. Good prices. Check out our MorphMarket page. Follow it for any of the new clutches coming out. Follow us on Instagram. Hit like, subscribe on this video. Hit that notification bell, and let's get back at it. You've all heard of the Gemini now, and we've heard of ChatGPT, but there are other forms of AI out there that can be helpful in keeping your reptiles, mostly in the form of AI assistants. So that might be Amazon Alexa or your Google Assistant, or I think Samsung has Bixby. You have Apple with Siri. I personally use Google Home, and one way I constantly use it is to say, hey Google, turn on the reptile lights. That is also on an automatic timer. So I have it programmed to where it will come on at sun up and it goes off at sundown. And I have automatic misters programmed with this as well. So when I am looking for devices that I am going to use to automate my reptile room, I make sure they're friendly with Google Assistant. So that's one form of way we can utilize AI in its current form. Care guides are another one. Let's see how good of a care guide AI can provide. How to care for a ball python. Ball pythons are popular pet snakes due to their docile temperament. Very true. Relatively manageable care requirements. Also true. Here's a basic rundown to keep your ball python happy and healthy. Alright, it goes over habitat first, touches on enclosure size, 10 to 20 gallons for a young ball python to feel secure. Adults need a 40 gallon. So I wouldn't necessarily say that's true. You can go bigger if you want to. But the nice part about this is if you want to, you can ask it to please elaborate, which we'll do here. And it will give you more specific instructions for the care of this animal. So now it tells us the enclosure size is similar to what it did before, but it gives us more of an age range on what ages go to what size enclosure. If you look at the heating, it talks about heat mats, heat lamps, but it does not mention thermostats at all, and it does not give a gradient range. Now for substrate, it says reptile carpet. Big no-no. Paper towels, sometimes you keep paper towels. I wouldn't say it's necessarily long-term. It's cheap, but it doesn't do humidity too well. Aspen shavings aren't great. If they get wet, they can begin to mold pretty easily. Now, that being said, I know some breeders who do use aspen if a ball python isn't necessarily eating and trying to get them some kind of change in their enclosure. So if you make sure you stay on top of it, aspen isn't the end of the world, but it does not hold humidity well, and you can't get it wet really. Let's take a look at what it says about hides. Hide box types. Hide box types provide 2 hides at different sizes and openings, one for your ball python. That's good advice, but you can go with more if you want to. PVC pipes, commercially available hides, or even turned over Tupperware can do the job here. That's good advice. Prey size. General rule is offer prey items roughly the same diameter as the thickest part of the snake. This is true to a certain extent. With ball pythons, you could go a little larger than the thickest part, depending on how you want to feed yours. It'll go feeding frequency. Now it says every 7 to 10 days for adults, every 5 to 7 days for under 1 year. 5 to 7 days for under 1 year is correct. Adults 7 to 10 can be true, but it depends on prey size. If you're feeding bigger meals, you're going to want to do every 14 to 21 days potentially, depending on what you're feeding your snake and how big they are, how active they are too. Information on frozen thawed, about warming them up. It does not give a temperature to warm to. It does not really explain on how to feed. Lighting, UVB, low wattage, and supplements. So overall, nothing bad there with the lighting or supplements. But it does warn, this is just a general guide. It's important to conduct thorough research on ball python care before acquiring one. Reputable online resources and consulting an exotic pet veterinarian will provide the most up-to-date and detailed information for keeping your pet ball python healthy and happy. So it's basically telling you, be careful. Right at the bottom of Gemini's page, there's this. So right at the bottom of the page here, we'll zoom in, and it says Gemini may display inaccurate info, including about people, so double check its response. It shows you that it cannot necessarily be trusted. Always double check. This is something I do irregardless of where I hear the information, whether I hear it from YouTube, whether I get it from a book. With a book, you could have outdated information. I mean, reptile keeping standards are constantly being upgraded. The main thing you're gonna do, as I've said in a lot of my videos before, is listen to your animal. Gertie here, if she needs something, she's gonna tell me in some way, shape, or form. And you need to be in tune with your reptile's normal behavior to be able to identify when they are not acting normal and trying to tell you something. My animals back here sometimes will go off of food. I'll offer them a meal, they refuse. If I know that animal's been a voracious eater, I'm gonna try and change a few things. 9 times out of 10, cleanliness. These animals are not, to put it lightly, they don't want to eat where they poop. So another form of AI that I constantly use is this here. It's a hygrometer and thermometer. And what I'll do is put that in with my eggs when I incubate, and that'll tell me on my phone via an app. It'll give me graphs, it'll show me current temperature, it'll show me current humidity, and it'll show me over a span of time trends of where that has been sitting. So I can see if there's spikes, I can see if there's drops in temperature, humidity. I've got it so it will alarm me if it gets out of a certain range. So that is a form of AI. It's programming and automating your reptile care. Another way we do it is with a security camera. It's made for outdoor security purposes, but it can't identify a pet. We put it on Rocket, our crocodile skink. They are a more shy animal, I guess you'd say. They like to hide. They don't come out very often. They tend to come out at night or when you're misting their enclosure, because that's what they're used to in the wild. So we keep a night vision security camera on his food dish so we can tell whether he's eating or not. And it's a lot of fun too to just monitor him and get to see him when he thinks nobody's watching. other thing we have is a thermostat up here, a Herpstat 2 that has Wi-Fi capability. So if that falls out of range, it will alert me via my cell phone, and I can adjust temperatures remotely for that. So these aren't advanced enough to where it's going to replace you as a keeper. The ultimate lesson here is that we can figure out how to use AI to make keeping reptiles easier at this point in time. In the future, who knows where it's going to go. Some of the ways I see it potentially changing in the future, AI cameras. I believe in the future we'll be able to potentially have a camera monitor your reptile's behavior and alert you to if there is an issue. Monitoring systems that can pull together everything we're talking about with this video and any monitoring records you keep on your animal, feeding records, breeding records, anything like that. It can pull all that information together and make recommendations for you on how to improve your care. So I believe the future is bright for AI with reptile keeping, but I just caution you that you make sure that you are really double checking your source. Thanks for watching, guys. Please check out this video right here, and we'll see you on the next one. Say goodbye, Gertie.